Hello and welcome to Times TV's live broadcast. Today I'm at the Yellow Chilli restaurant, and with me is a one man that most Indians my age grew up watching on TV, and most Indians my mom's age grew up learning the essentials of cooking from. Yes, I'm talking the face of Indian cuisine, Sanjeev Kapoor. So welcome sir, welcome to Oman and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So is this your first time here?
Oh no, I've been here a few times. Muscat is not new to me. It's been here a few times. Love the place. Fantastic energy.
Right. So, sir, before we get on with the interview, I would like to ask you, there's this one thing that I've always had in my mind, and that is about the mustache. So, in the beginning, like when I was, I think, 7 or 8, I saw you, like you were like a household face in our homes, and I'm sure all of our homes. So, the mustache was there, and suddenly it went, and it never came back. So, tell us about the curious case of the missing mustache.
So there's the international debate on mustache of Sanjeev Kapoor. Should he have mustache? No, it just I had and then I didn't. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I guess there are times when you change your hair, you change your personality. It's just that initially when I had a mustache, my wife would always say that, "Oh my God, why don't you try and take it out?" I said no, and then I said, "Okay, now I have to listen to her." So I just took it off, and that's it.
So yeah, the wife's the boss. So you
always.
Right. So anyway, we're just missing it, but this look is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Yes. So I'd like to ask you, because you've been feeding and you've been teaching cooking techniques to so many people over the years now. But when did you start cooking, and how did it start?
Oh, I think professional training was much later, but I think in India, or probably all across the globe, kids are encouraged to play with food. That's why you have play dough, right? So that's probably how I was also given some dough to play with,
Right.
and I tried to make chapati roti out of it. I could never make it perfect round. Probably I was about 7-8 years old at that time. So those are my first memories of playing with food, but. I never thought that I'd become a chef. I actually never knew who a chef was. We were not the kind who would go into hotels or go into fancy restaurants and have a meal and meet the chef.
Yeah.
That was not the case. So I had no clue.
So do you have an inspiration, somebody who brought you into it?
No, I just wanted to do something which was different. Something at that time people were not getting into. Something which educated people were not doing. So there were those were the times when most people either became engineers or doctors.
Right.
So I said, no, I don't want to do anything which any of my relatives, friends, neighbors should be into. I just wanted to do something which was different. It had to be different. It had to be something which people would say, "What? Really?" So that's it was as simple as that. Not complicated.
And you ended up taking the world by storm.
Whatever.
Yeah, you're just being modest there. Right, so is there a favorite dish which you'd like to make or eat? What is your favorite dish?
Oh no, I think having a favorite is boring. Because that means you have to go back to the same thing over and over again. So even if I'm cooking, except for in restaurants, let's say, but otherwise, I like to keep on experiment all the time. And even at home, if I cook something, next time I will not cook that dish.
Yeah.
And even if I'm cooking same dish, I'll add some new touch to it, something different, because otherwise it becomes boring. It also is a very smart thing to do, because then there is no pressure that it has to be exactly the way you did it last time, right?
Yeah.
So it's
So that's probably why the Sanjeev Kapoor menu has an array of dishes, like a wide range of dishes.
yeah, restaurants are a different thing. Restaurant is because people come with expectation of, okay, this is the taste that they had it last time. So here it's very systematic. So you come to the Yellow Chilli in Panorama Mall, or you go to the Almoosian Wave outlet. The taste should be the same.
Right.
And it's not just here. You go to our outlet in Dubai or Abu Dhabi or in Ludhiana or Jalandhar or Guwahati. It should be same.
But do you only experiment with Indian dishes, or do you also like
Oh
international?
no. See, food knows no boundaries. I promote Indian food, but to cook and eat and experiment and create, I do try everything.
Right. So apart from being a TV show host and an author for, I don't know, 200 books maybe, cookbooks, yeah, you're also the owner and manager for a number of restaurants across the globe. So how many are there?
Well, we have close to 60 running restaurants all across the globe, and there are many that we keep on opening every month. Restaurant is something which is pretty big for us. We also have a 24-hour food network. We have very large presence on digital all across.
Right.
We have a very large channel on YouTube, for instance. It's by subscriber base, it's the largest channel from India by any personality. So it's we have fairly large presence there. We have a company called Wonder Chef of cookware, which is a premium brand of cookware that we have. That's currently only in India. We are looking at bringing that to other parts of the world also. So there are a few things that we do.
So do you have a huge team that's managing everything?
Yes. So let's say, for example, Wonder Chef that I said, we in the corporate team we have now close to about 160 odd people working. Apart from the managers on the shop and shop people, the restaurant corporate team is about 70 odd people. It does not include people in a restaurant. So typical in India restaurant would employ about 50 to 60 people. So if that's about 60 restaurants, that's about 3,600 people just in the restaurant division. Our TV channel, we employ about over 50 people. And digital team, content team. So we have a fairly large team.
Right. Wow, that's like a huge, huge team, right? So many people involved.
Yeah.
Right. So there's one thing that I've always wanted to know, because since you've been in the field for so long, food has evolved from being a basic necessity to being a form of art to being a science now with molecular gastronomy and everything. So what are your views on that?
So food is, I always say this, food is a fantastic art. It becomes a brilliant art if you understand the science behind it. Science was always there.
Yeah.
So science without that would not work. So you have to understand if you're making chapati at home also. So it is wheat flour which has the water soluble protein is gluten. If you work on it, it will become pliable, it becomes soft. But if you don't work on it, that's why, and you rest it, work on it, the rotis would be soft and pliable. So you have to understand this science. If you heat something under pressure, the temperature goes up. That's where the cooking time comes down. So this molecular gastronomy is a drama of science of cooking. It's not that it's
not new.
It's
not.
not. Everything has been there. Without science, it would not have worked. So when you have a cup of coffee in the espresso is fast. That's under pressure. So you have to understand how many bars of pressure that is there. If you go to Tamil Nadu in India, we have our filter coffee, and that's there's no pressure. It just drips.
Yeah.
And that drips, it's under actually low pressure. So that tastes different than high pressure coffee. So there's science in everything, and for chefs it's important to understand that this is something if they want to cook good food, they better understand what is what. So Chinese cooking traditionally in hotels and restaurants, you would see they have big burners, high heat,
Right.
whereas not all forms need that high pressure cooking. Tandoor that we have, the inner temperature of the tandoor is upwards of 650 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
Now that's very hot. That's how we can make our naan in less than a minute. So a bread which can be baked so fast, you need very high temperature. So
the science was always there.
Always.
People are just dissecting it right now and coming up
I
with
say
fancy stuff.
it's a theater of science. So they are creating a theater out of it. It's to quickly freeze something. You can use some gas which is at a very low temperature, which is nitrogen, and it's in liquid form. You can use it for quick freezing. You can do it. Quick freezing methods are there. Industrial methods are there. So you can use that, or you can create. But what liquid nitrogen does, it not only instantly freezes something, but it also creates a smoke effect.
Yeah.
So
It's
Oh wow,
dramatic.
it's
Woo!
dramatic.
Yeah,
So
that's the reaction. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I just had the liquid nitrogen popcorn and I was like, that was an experience. Rather
Yeah.
than eating it, it was more like a fun experience for me.
Correct. So it's more to see and experience, and probably most of the time you have to go out and eat somewhere else.
Right, yeah, actually it doesn't fill the tummy. I would go back to my tandooris
Yeah.
and the butter chickens to fill my tummy.
Correct.
Yeah, anyway, so now here to judge the Kitchen Masters competition. But can you also tell me a little about the whole concept of cooking competitions that has actually taken the world by storm right now? Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah. So see, what is it's a contest is to make sure that people get a chance to express their style of cooking, what they want to do. Also, it is a great way to reward and recognize somebody's caliber. So when people come out, they when they are doing something good, they want the world to know. They want more people to know, and that recognition it motivates people. And it's not just in cooking. So you have Olympics. It's recognition in sports. So we have culinary Olympics. Yes, for professional we have, but these cooking competitions, they are for everyone,
Right.
so it's for everyone. They can participate. They are at school level, they are at housing society level, they are at a mall level, they are at city level, country level, and global level. And then they are telecast on TV. They are so it's become celebration of the talent in cooking that's being celebrated and recognized and also rewarded. So it's become a great conversation
Correct.
tool. So
At the end of the day, talent is getting a platform.
That's
So,
correct.
yeah. And also, you were the judge in one of the MasterChef seasons. So, how
Sure.
was that experience?
I did a couple of seasons of MasterChef. So tiring, I can tell you that. Takes good 6 months of my time in a year, so it's not that easy for me to get that kind of time. But yeah, it's fun. It's a great format. It's something which is so big that more and more people are getting back into the kitchen, because I know that a few years ago kitchen was not a cool place to be in, right? You mean yeah, literally
Yeah.
not it's
youngsters
hot
cool,
yet,
yeah.
yeah. So but with the shows like MasterChef and all, it's become oh wow, I can do it.
Yeah.
It's not that I have to do it. I love to do it, kind of thing. So it's a great platform. It's a great format, and I thoroughly enjoyed my association with actually anything that happens in food, especially in India. I would always be involved with it, no matter what. And
Right.
even if say that I don't have time for something.
And you've made your presence felt in all of those spheres, from TV to books to everywhere.
Yeah,
So so all this talk about food has certainly made me hungry. And thank you so much, Chef, for talking to us and giving those invaluable insights about food. And yes, I hope you enjoyed watching us today. And do follow us across our social media platforms for regular updates while I go and grab a bite from Yellow Chilli restaurant.